A content filter is a software filter that allows administrators to restrict access to content from within a network. It is essentially a set of scripts or programs that restricts users' access to certain networking protocols and internet locations, or that restricts users from receiving general types or specific examples of internet content. A content filter is a software filter that allows administrators to restrict access to content from within a network. It is essentially a set of scripts or programs that restricts user access to certain networking protocols and internet locations, or that restricts users from receiving general types or specific examples of internet content. Installing such network connections requires using leased lines or other data channels provided by common carriers. Therefore, these connections are usually permanent and secured under the requirements of a formal service agreement. However, a more flexible option for network access must be provided for all employees. An attacker who suspects that an organization has dial-up lines can use a device called a war dialer to locate the connection points. A war dialer dials every number in a configured range and checks to see if a person, answering machine, or modem picks up. Some technologies, such as radius systems, the CACs, and trap password systems, have improved the authentication process. Radius and TCACs are systems that authenticate the credentials of users who are trying to access an organization's network via a dial-up connection. Radius system centralizes the responsibility for authenticating each user on the Radius server. The diameter protocol defines the minimum requirements for a system that provides AAA services. TCACS is another remote access authorization system that is based on a client or server configuration. This shows a typical configuration of an NAS system. Kerberos uses symmetric key encryption to validate an individual user to various network resources. Kerberos consists of three interacting services, all of which use a database library. Authentication server, a Kerberos server that authenticates clients and servers. Key distribution center, which generates and issues session keys. Ticket granting service, which provides tickets to clients who request services. This figure illustrates the following principles. The KDC knows the secret keys of all clients and servers on the network. The KDC initially exchanges information with the client and server by using these secret keys. Kerberos authenticates a client to a requested service on a server through TGS and by issuing temporary session keys for communications between the client and the KDC, the server and KDC, and the client and server. Communications then take place between the client and server using these temporary session keys. Sesame is a result of a European research and development project partly funded by the European Commission. Sesame is similar to Kerberos in that the user is first authenticated to an authentication server and receives a token. The remaining differences lie in the security protocols and distribution methods. VPNs are implementations of cryptographic technology. The VPN-C defines three VPN technologies: trusted VPNs, secure VPNs, and hybrid VPNs. A trusted VPN uses leased circuits from a service provider. Secure VPNs use security protocols like IPsec. A hybrid VPN combines the two. VPN must accomplish encapsulation of incoming and outgoing data in which the native protocol of the client is embedded within the frames of a protocol. Encryption of incoming and outgoing data to keep the data contents private while in transit. Authentication of the remote computer and perhaps the remote user as well. In transport mode, the data within an IP packet is encrypted, but the header information is not. The first popular use is the end-to-end transport of encrypted data. In this model, two end users can communicate directly, encrypting and decrypting their communications as needed. In the second, a remote access worker connects to an office network over the internet by connecting to a VPN server on the perimeter. This illustrates the transport mode methods of implementing VPNs. Tunnel mode establishes two perimeter tunnel servers to encrypt all traffic that will traverse an unsecured network. In tunnel mode, the entire client packet is encrypted and added as a data portion of a packet addressed from one tunneling server to another. This shows an example of tunnel mode VPN implementation.
Summary: Firewalls are technology from packet filtering to dynamic stateful inspection. Architectures vary with the needs of the network. Various approaches to remote and dial-up access protections are Radius and TACACS. We have content filtering technology and VPN virtual private networks provides encryption between networks over the internet.